The interception of two Russian by HMS 7 in the Dover Strait may look routine, but it speaks to a deeper shift in the tempo and character of Russian naval behaviour around the UK. The Ministry of Defence made clear that this was not a one-off encounter, but part of a round-the-clock surveillance operation, with 7 shadowing the corvette Stoiki and the tanker Yelnya as they moved west through one of the most congested and strategically sensitive stretches of water in Europe. What elevates this from routine escorting to a strategic warning is the wider pattern. In the same period, the Russian vessel Yantar, politely described by Moscow as a research ship, but known in NATO circles for undersea mapping and cable reconnaissance, not only edged along the border of UK territorial waters off Scotland, but directed lasers at RAF P-8 pilots tracking it. That act is reckless, hostile, and calculated to disrupt monitoring. The additional GPS jamming detected by HMS Somerset and nearby merchant vessels reinforces the point. This is harassment dressed up as oceanographic curiosity. London's response has been quietly firm. 7 handed over to a NATO partner off Brittany, illustrating the cohesion of the maritime alliance, while the RAF surged 3 Poseidon aircraft to Keflavik in the largest overseas P-8 deployment the UK has yet undertaken. Those aircraft, working with US and Canadian forces, now reinforce surveillance across the GI-UK gap, the historic gateway through which Russian submarines must pass to reach the Atlantic. What we are seeing is an unmistakable increase in Russian activity, up some 30% in 2 years, coupled with a willingness to test boundaries. Recent tracking missions involving HMS Duncan, HMS Iron Duke, RAF Rivet joined sorties, underscoring the cumulative strain. The Defence Secretary's message to Moscow was unusually direct. We see you, we know what you're doing, and we're ready. The domestic political context is equally revealing. As ministers discuss defence spending ahead of the budget, the Transport Secretary has already conceded that freezing rail fares will cost hundreds of millions. It's an awkward juxtaposition of fiscal climate that is tightening while the strategic environment is growing sharper and more unpredictable. The Defence Select Committee's charge that the government is moving at a glacial pace to build a national security plan now carries added force. These intercepts are not theatrics, they're a reminder that the North Atlantic is becoming contested once again, and Britain cannot afford complacency.